Before this video starts, I just want to quickly mention that everything I'm showing in today's video, I have not seen any other YouTuber cover. So yeah, I'm going to be showing some really special methods I haven't covered before. So just make sure to watch the entire video. Yo guys, what is going on? It's your boy Fxtch here, back with a brand new YouTube video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to reduce input lag in Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 8. Now, of course, we're going to get straight into this. But before we do so, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like for me, subscribe, all that good stuff. Don't forget to use code Fxtch in the Fortnite item shop. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so getting straight into this, the first thing you can do to reduce input lag would be to actually change something here in your settings. So right now I don't have the option as I'm using performance mode, but in some way it still does affect me. So I'm going to show you two things here. But if you haven't guessed yet, it's actually the setting multi-thread rendering. Now, if you do have it here, I highly recommend you turn it off because having it on has actually been proved to increase input lag and give more latency to your game. Basically, just having it off is going to give you better one-to-one response time and everything's just going to feel more snappy and faster. Now, one way you can turn it off for sure if you can't do it in your settings, and also just to make sure it definitely saves, would be to do it in your game config. So go to your desktop, type in run. In this little box here, type in % local app data %, press OK. Now we want to go to Fortnite game, saved, config, Windows client. We're going to right click this, go to properties, turn off read only. Therefore we can make changes. Now we're going to open it and we're going to scroll down. I should be able to find it quite easily, but it's quite near the bottom here. Okay, there we go. B allow multi-thread rendering. So if you want to find it faster, you can actually go to edit and go find, and you can literally just search up B multi-thread rendering and press find and you'll find it. But yeah, right here, what you want to do is just type in false. So instead of true, type in false, press file, save, and now go back to your properties. Make sure read only is ticked again, press apply, press OK, and now it's been turned off in your in-game settings. But also another thing you need to do is go over to your NVIDIA control panel, assuming you have an NVIDIA graphics card. If you don't, I'm sure you can just go to your AMD Radeon settings or whatever Intel control panel, whatever you have. But go here for NVIDIA, you want to go to your 3D settings, scroll all the way down and find threaded optimization. You want to turn this off in here, and then you want to press apply, and then you can just enter out and you have officially now turned off threaded optimization. And now quickly moving on to the second tip to reduce input lag, it would be weirdly enough to turn off the RGB on your keyboard. Now I know that sounds crazy. You guys are probably thinking, you know, I've paid so much for this beautiful looking light up keyboard and now you're telling me to turn it off. Well, yes, that's exactly what I'm doing, because believe it or not, the RGB is using power consumption on your keyboard and your PC, making more processes and in turn giving you slight input delay. So yeah, turning that off, whether it's in your keyboard application or you literally have a keybind to turn it off on your keyboard, just turn it off and I can assure you everything will feel more responsive. Now, if you don't believe me, even the man himself, Adam X, did make a tweet about this, and he also mentioned this can boost your FPS and even affect your PC's health. So turning this off could make your PC last longer as a build. But yeah, it's basically what I just said. He said RGB is harmful and you're throwing away FPS and latency, and he kind of just explains it here. And now last but not least, the third tip to reduce input lag is going to actually be an application which can improve response time on your keyboard. So this is another thing that will affect your keyboard and your peripherals, and the application is called Filter Key Setter. Now you can just search up, but I'll probably put the link in the description. You want to go on this site right here, geekhack.org, and don't worry, it's definitely not a hack. You will not get banned for this, but you know, this is kind of a secret that the pros have been keeping from you. They all use this and it's really OP, but you know, you just want to download it. You can just click whatever applies to you, so probably the top one here. And once you have it downloaded, what you want to do is just right click it, press extract here. You'll then get this little application. You want to double click it and basically just copy these exact settings on screen. So make sure this bottom one is unticked. Make sure all of these flags are unticked besides the top two, which are on and available. And here you want ignore under as 0 milliseconds, repeat delay as 150 milliseconds, and repeat rate as 25 milliseconds. And once you've done that, what you want to do is press registry. You then want to press OK. And now that is going to save to your registry file on your PC, and it's almost going to be engraved onto your system. You never need to touch your application again. You've just basically halved the response time on your keyboard, which in turn is going to make your inputs faster, more or less reducing input delay. But yeah, I guess in a sense, what this application is doing is also in some way making your keyboard faster. It's like lowering your actuation lower than your keyboard actually goes, or your stock switches are, which is kind of crazy. It's insanely OP. Oh, and also, for anyone having an issue when pressing registry here, this could be a problem. But when you press registry, it might say you don't have permission to change those settings. settings. A simple fix would just be to run it as administrator like so, press yes, and then try and press registry, and then try and press OK, and it should be fine. But if it closes just like mine did, and you can reopen it and it does still have these settings, you've done it correctly. And yeah, with that being said, that is all I have for today's video. If you did enjoy it, you know, it helps in any way, shape, or form, make sure to drop a like for me, subscribe, all that good stuff. I hope everyone has an amazing day. It's been your boy Fxtch, and yeah, peace.